on in, Daniel.
Hey.
Hey, have a seat.
Thanks.
So before we start, I want to go over the groundwork of what we're going to do here today and what therapy is, okay?
Okay.
Does that sound okay to you?
Sure.
Okay, so have you heard much about confidentiality?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Okay, so what confidentiality means is that whatever you share in here is confidential, or I can't say anything outside of this room, so everything is safe that you say in here, okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. However, there are 3 instances where I would have to break confidentiality. One of those is if you tell me that you are going to kill yourself or kill someone else. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Another instance where I would have to break confidentiality is if you told me that you yourself or you knew of someone who was abusing or neglecting 3 different types of populations, and those are children, dependent adults, and the elders. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And a third instance where I would have to break confidentiality would be if, since I'm not a licensed psychologist, I'm a trainee under a supervisor, and there's some instances where I would have to consult with them to best serve you, because what our concernment is that your safety and well-being are our biggest concern. So I just might have to consult with them to make sure that you're getting the best treatment and care. How does that sound?
Sounds cool.
So does all of that make sense to you?
Yep.
Okay. And if at any time that you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So tell me why you came in today.
Well, I was just kind of like forced here in a way. Like, there wasn't really like a counselor that I could see at my community college, and so they recommended that I come here, and I'm just kind of like, okay, whatever, I'm here. And I've been here before, but I don't know. I think a lot about like different things that like have just, shown me that I feel like, I don't know. I just feel stupid sometimes. But yeah, whatever.
Elaborate more on that for me, please.
Well, when I was younger, I came here and I was diagnosed with like dyslexia and some learning disability, and so I don't know, I just don't like it here.
So why were you referred to the center this time?
They say I have like bad attitude or something, but like I don't really understand like what the fuck they're talking about.
And who's saying this?
My parents and like the school like teachers, they're all just saying that like it's like I don't know. I don't really like understand like what they're saying, and it's I don't know. I'm just here because they tell me that I need to be here.
That's all they say?
Yeah, well, they say that I just, I don't know, that, like, my parents are also telling me, like, why are you only getting B's, and, like, it just makes me feel like, I don't know, like, I'm not good enough or something, and my sister, she's, like, off into college, she's, like, 17, and she's already in Stanford, and it's just, like, wow, like, and I'm already 22, like, I don't know. I feel like in a world that just is so discriminatory, like it's just really fucked up. I feel like I'm like living in such a fucked up world that like I don't know, I don't really see a point to anything right now. Like it's boring.
Tell me more about this.
I don't know, it's just like there's just no point to like doing anything. I just want to listen to music and like hang out with my like bros.
Mm-hmm. And why do you have any understanding of why people referred you here today?
They just told me I have a bad attitude.
And that's it. And so
Mm-hmm.
they told you to come in?
I guess, yeah.
And what do you think about that?
I think it's their problem. I don't really like, why is it my problem? Like, they're the ones that are like having a problem with me. Like, they should like fix it.
And does that make you upset?
Yeah, I guess it makes me upset, but I also like just don't even want to be there. Like, it's just fucking annoying to go to school.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can really hear your irritation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, before we start, I want to get some demographic questions from you.
What does that mean?
I just want to get like some basic like questions about who you are.
Okay.
Like demographic is who Daniel is.
Cool.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If at any time you need clarification on a question, feel free to ask.
Sure.
Okay. So, how you said that you're 22?
Yeah.
And what is your ethnic background?
I'm Chinese.
And how do you identify gender-wise? Do you identify as male, female, another gender perhaps?
No, male.
Okay. And I'd like to get a little bit more information on your family. You briefly talked about your parents wanting you to come in today, and you talked about how you have an older sister.
No, she's younger.
Oh, she's younger?
Yeah, she's 17.
Okay. Could you give me a little bit more background on your family?
Well, I have a grandpa, and he sleeps in my room, which is also kind of annoying. Like I just hate my family in general. Like, I feel like they're always like nagging at me, and like it's just another thing that I have to deal with. I can't wait to move out and just be on my own and like, I don't know, be on a band or something.
So, how is that sharing a room with your grandfather?
It's fucking annoying. Like, I don't even have any privacy. Like, I just fucking want to masturbate and like look at porn, but like he's right there.
Yeah, that's hard not having privacy.
Mm-hmm.
And how long has this been going on that you've had to share a room?
Basically all my life.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Was it always with your grandfather?
Yeah.
Okay. So your relationship with him, would you say is strained?
We get into a lot of arguments, like, all the time. Like, he's just always in my space, and I just I'm bored, and I just want to look at porn.
Mm-hmm.
And like sometimes he's caught me, and I'm like fucking knock the door, like, it's fucking the fuck.
So it sounds like it irritates you.
Yeah.
Does it bring up any other emotions for you?
I don't know. I guess it's stressful because I just want to jack off and like relieve my stress.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. There's nothing I can do since I can't really afford my own home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And how is your relationship with your mom and dad?
They're annoying too. They're always talking about like my grades and how I'm just like a brat. So whatever.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Well, they really love my sister. So because she's off in college and she's like so successful, and I'm the oldest, so I should be the one that's like more successful, but I'm not.
And have they told you this?
I mean, it's basically what they say.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really say it, but like I'm pretty sure that's what they're thinking.
Okay. And your younger sister, how is your relationship with her?
It's whatever.
Has that always been whatever?
Basically, I mean, yeah. Like, she's perfect, I guess. Perfect little girl.
And are you close with any other family members?
Not really. I just want to be out of the house.
Okay.
Hang out with my friends.
Mm-hmm. So I want to go back a little bit. You said you're at a community college right now. What are you majoring in, or what are you taking classes in?
Right now I'm taking a class in geology, which is the same person that like referred me to come get counseling. But since Pacific Palisades doesn't have counseling, I had to come here. So,
And how are you liking school?
I don't know. I feel like I'm not good enough because my average is just a B in all of my classes.
But isn't a B above average?
Yeah, but clearly it's not. Like, I feel like it's like the stereotype, like, that, like, Asians need to perform, like, above, and anything below is, like you're stupid.
Tell me more about that. Why do you feel stupid?
Well, because I was diagnosed with dyslexia and a learning disability, so I feel like whatever, like, clearly I'm not, like, up to par with some of my peers.
And has school always been whatever for you?
Yeah, I don't know. Just it's annoying, like having to deal with people, and like they like stress me out because like I feel like I'm always trying to do better, but I'm never good enough.
You keep on saying you're not good enough. Well, what does that mean?
Yeah, because I'm getting B's.
Okay. And have you always been, like, did you always get just B's in, like, high school and earlier on?
Well, I didn't make it to. I applied to like 23 universities and I didn't make it to any one of them. So it tells you everything.
Yeah, but schools are really hard to get into.
Not for my sister. She got into Stanford, and she's 17.
Yeah, but I'm not concerned about your sister. I'm talking to Daniel right now, so. Okay. So you talked about your friends and how you really want to hang out with your bros and stuff. Can you tell me more about them?
They're just cool. Like, they're always like, I don't know, they're always like there to chill. Like, you just listen to music, and like I also like hang out with some of my coworkers, and they're pretty awesome dudes too.
Oh, cool. So you have a good time hanging out with them? Yeah,
they're pretty fun dudes. Like, we always get high and shit, so it's fun.
So is that pretty? What else do you do besides?
We listen to like metal music and like, that's it. We just like rock out, or like we go to like a mosh pits and we just like hang out. That's pretty awesome.
That's cool. Do you, how many friends would you say you have or are consistently hanging out with?
I think like I guess I'm really close to like two of them, and then like I hang out with like we're like a group of like seven. So
Okay.
yeah,
So lots of friends.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So you talked that some of them are coworkers, so you have a job.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I work at at a record store in Hollywood. Like that's what I do in my like as a job, which is really cool. Like I like working there.
Wait, what do you do exactly?
I just like customer service, like hook up people with like new like metal bands and like just shit like that.
And how do you like that?
It's chill. Like I think that's like pretty welcoming space. I think like they're always like level-minded, equal. Like they think like me, so
oh, awesome.
It's cool.
It's nice that you could have that outlet to go to.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I hate being home.
Tell me more about that.
Just nobody gets me. Like I feel like everybody's like, oh, like fucking Daniel, you have a fucking bad attitude. Like you need to fucking like fix your attitude. It's like you gotta fix your attitude. Like what the fuck? Like why am I the problem? You're the problem.
Mhm. But when you go to work and when you're hanging out with your friends, you don't experience that same reaction from them?
Nah, because like we all, I guess, have like attitude problems, so it's cool.
Wait, so clarify me if I'm wrong, but did you just say that you think you have an attitude problem?
I guess it's like, well, that's what people label me as, like saying that, like, oh, like Danny, you have an attitude problem, but like all of my friends, like, we're all the same, so we're cool with each other.
But is that what, do you believe that though? It's what you've been told, but is that how you feel?
Well, that's what they tell me. So, I guess it's true.
How do you feel about that when people are saying you have attitude problems?
I don't know. I feel like I don't fit in.
It's hard.
It's whatever.
Okay. Well, I just want to move on to some more questions to better get a sense of yourself. So, you talked about how you were diagnosed with dyslexia. How old were you when you were diagnosed?
I don't fucking remember. This was like when I was young.
Young?
Yeah.
If you had to guess, like 4, 5, 6.
I don't know. I think I was like in 4th grade or something.
Okay. So maybe like 9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how did that affect you?
Same thing. It's like, Daniel, like, there's something wrong with you. Like, I don't know. Everybody was telling me, like, something's wrong with you. So, I feel like they put me in, like, the retard room, and that was just fucking stupid, and it was just like, oh, well, here we go, like, they called it, like, the remedial, like, room, but it really, felt like just, like, oh, our retard room. And that's what, like, my friends would tell me, like, oh, like, you're going to the retard room? That's cool. So.
Sounds like that was really hard.
Just annoying.
Because no one really saw you for your capabilities.
Nobody ever said that I had any capabilities.
Well, I think you have capabilities, Daniel.
Not with bees.
Besides being diagnosed with dyslexia, did you have any other diagnoses, or did you experience any other developmental processes that you went through?
What?
Like, did you meet all your developmental, like, milestones, some would say? which also can mean like, did you start walking around like a year and a half? Do you know those details?
I don't fucking know. Like, what the fuck? I'm walking now.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Okay. So, no, to your knowledge, no other like diagnosis of any developmental things when you were a kid?
I don't know. They just had me read with this stupid little fucking like green laminated paper. That's all.
Okay. Okay. So I want to go back to when you were saying that you were hanging out with your friends and you guys were smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me more about that and what that looks like?
We just like chill out and like we listen to like music. We like just that's it. Like, and then we smoke like either like cigarettes and sometimes we just smoke like weed. And
So how long have you been smoking weed?
Probably like at least like the last 4 years or so.
Okay.
I don't know, like after high school.
Okay. And how much do you typically smoke at a time?
Probably just like once a weekend, like whenever we like just after like we finish our shift.
Okay. Once a week?
Yeah.
And once a day, like that one weekend? Like just one time that day?
Yeah, we just smoke a bowl until like I like feel high.
Okay. So are you smoking 1 bowl, 2 bowls, if you had to guess?
I think like 1 bowl, like we'll like improvise. Sometimes we smoke in an apple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think we'll like take like together we take like a gram together, like like the 3 of us.
Okay. And you said cigarettes too.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been smoking cigarettes?
17, I think.
Okay. And how much do you say you smoke a week?
Probably like at least 3 cigarettes a day.
Okay. And that's every day?
Yeah, like during my break, like after my shift, and then maybe when I'm going home.
Mm-hmm. And do you consume any alcohol?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And how much do you usually consume?
Probably like, I don't know. It depends. Like sometimes, like at least once a month, I'll black out. So that's kind of because like we have like parties and we hang out, or like we just like relax and we'll drink like a handle or like play like drinking games or something.
Okay. So. Okay.
But like every week, is that what you mean?
Yeah. Like how consume any alcohol at all a week? Would you say?
Probably like, I don't know, like I would say like at least 1 bottle of beer a day.
A day?
Yeah. And
is that like a glass bottle?
Yeah, glass bottle.
Okay. And
like the Coronas or like the Coors Lights or whatever.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. So it's like a lager and not like an IPA?
No.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that sometimes you black out?
Yeah, we'll have ragers.
And that's like once a month?
Yeah, like sometimes we'll just like kick off the month, right? Like.
Yeah, and when you black out, how many drinks would you say you consume, if you had to guess?
Well, one time, like, we also do shots, so like one time, like, I drank like, I think in one night I drank like 21 shots, so that was pretty rad. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's like my record, but like I think on average, like sometimes 10 shots.
Okay, so that's like your typical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we'll like mix it with beer too, so it's pretty chill.
Okay, and what exactly is the liquor you're drinking? Or does
We
that...
just drink whatever. Like we go Fireball, Sky, like Smirnoff, like Jaeger sometimes.
Okay.
We'll just whatever we have.
Okay, and how like big are the shots? Because some shots are like tiny 1 ounces, some are like the standard, some are like doubles. Like how many shots of like just like a small 1 ounce would you say?
I don't know. We just have like all of the types of shots, and we just count it as one shot. So
okay, so they could vary.
Yeah, I mean sometimes we'll like have the big ones, like so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And are you typically in a safe environment when you're drinking? Like, are you at a home or at somebody's home or?
I was one of my bud's house.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you typically like stay there for the night? When you're
sometimes like I'll just like walk home or like I'll get an Uber.
Okay. And besides those, do you participate in any other types of drugs?
No.
Okay. And do you take any medicines that are either prescribed from a doctor or that you're given?
Nah. No meds.
Okay. Have you had any like medical issues growing up or currently?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay. Has there been any big medical conditions or concerns in your immediate family? No.
I don't know.
Okay. What about, you said you've been referred to the center before, back when you were diagnosed with dyslexia. Is that the only time you were referred?
Yeah, and it was also the same place where my sister got marked as gifted.
So, your sister was referred here too? Back when she was a kid?
Yeah.
And has any of your other family members ever sought out or been referred to psychological treatment? Have you or anyone in your family ever been hospitalized? Hospitalized for any psychological? Okay. What do you consider your religion to be?
I don't know. I don't really have any like religion really.
Has it always been just not really a religion?
I don't really associate myself with that. Like, I guess like I'm Buddhist, I guess, but I don't really think of myself as like Buddhist. Like.
Is your family Buddhist? How has that been? That must be kind of conflicting, maybe, in your family that you're not Buddhist, but they are.
I don't really give a fuck. Like, we just won't be home.
So do you think it causes any issues?
My attitude causes issues, so
okay.
Whatever.
Okay. So something that you haven't mentioned is any like romantic relationships. You've talked about hanging out with your friends. Have any of those friendships ever been romantic, or have you ever had a romantic relationship with someone?
Nah, I just look at porn.
Okay. So in high school, middle school, you've never had a serious relationship?
No.
Do you want a serious relationship, or are you attracted to anyone, or?
I don't really care, honestly. Like, I feel like whatever. Like, everyone calls me an asshole, so.
And how does that make you feel?
I don't give a fuck.
You don't care?
Mm-hmm.
And are you typically attracted to people, or do you just prefer, like, consuming porn?
It's easier, so.
But not really a preference.
I mean, like, yeah, like, if I could, like, fuck, like, for real, like, that would be awesome. But,
Yeah.
like, it's just, I guess, I don't know, like, I don't really have any regulars, really.
Okay. And are you typically just attracted to women, men? Doesn't really matter?
The fuck? Women.
Okay. And so tell me more about you consuming porn.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when did this start?
When I found out that I could.
Okay. How old would you say you were?
I don't remember, like, maybe when I was, like, 15 or so. I don't know.
Okay. And how often do you say you consume porn a week?
At least once a day.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes twice. To wake up and go to sleep.
Okay. And that is obviously causing issues because you share a room with your grandfather.
Yeah, I guess I could. I don't know. I guess it kind of bothers me too because I feel like I spend too much time looking at porn and masturbating when I could just be like doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
But
tell me more about that.
I don't know. I just feel like I could be. I guess I could be studying or something, but.
But you enjoy looking at porn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel that it's impeding on your life at all?
I go to work.
Mm-hmm.
I go to class.
Mm-hmm.
I guess because maybe that's why I'm getting D's.
Okay. But it doesn't, you don't feel irritated that you're consuming porn once or twice a day? Like, it's not causing any emotional distress?
I don't know. I just really don't give a fuck about anything or anyone. Like, it's just things that I look at, and it's just like people are just things, and so I just look at porn.
Okay. And I'm assuming, but correct me if I'm wrong, do you have any children?
What are you assuming?
That you have children.
No.
Or don't have children. I'm just clarifying that you do or don't.
I don't.
Okay. Sorry I asked that weird. And how would you say your family is? Well, are they, like, financially? Are they well off? Do you consider yourself, like, middle class?
Well, I don't know. My grandparents live with us, so it's fucking annoying. They should, like, be in a home or something. So I don't really know. Like, I guess we're middle class.
Okay. And you also have your income as working at the record store, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that gives you some spending money, or are you...
Yeah, I usually go to, like, concerts and shit.
Okay. Would you consider yourself somewhat financially dependent on your parents?
Nah, I mean, well, yeah, I guess. Like, they, like, I have to live there because I can't afford a house, so,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess so.
Well, that's understandable. A lot of young people can't afford a house.
Yeah, it's a fucked up world.
Yeah, it's a times can be challenging, but just know that there are a lot of other young people who are in the exact same boat as you are.
Yeah, but apparently it's just the avocado toast that, like, is the problem.
Yeah, there are those stereotypes, but you know what the truth is, though.
I don't know. The truth about me?
That those stereotypes aren't true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Well, it's kind of true. Like, our fucking economy's stupid as fuck. And we just, like, I don't know. Like, it's fucking annoying. And then, like, stressful as fuck. Because then I can't fucking do anything. I think I'm always gonna fucking take care of my grandparents, I guess. And won't ever be alone.
So, what do you hope to get through these sessions with me? I know that you referred and that I'm getting the sense that you don't really want to be here today, but since you are here, what do you hope to gain from this experience?
Maybe just be, I don't know, just, I'm tired of people telling me that I have a bad attitude.
Mm-hmm.
And that I'm not good enough.
So, do you think you can change the way others perceive you?
I don't know. I feel like no one can do that. I guess I have to be like the one that, I don't know. I guess I am an asshole, but I don't know.
But you don't necessarily think that you need to change anything. You're just here because others say you need to change.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
So earlier you referred to not really caring about anyone. They're just people. Have you ever had feelings of hurting other people or hurting yourself?
Nah, not myself or no one really. Just, I guess when I was saying that, it's like, I don't know. Like when I look at porn, like I just feel like I just look at the hardcore shit and it's fucking interesting. I really don't give a fuck about people.
Well, what do you mean hardcore? What does that look like?
Hardcore porn?
Yeah, can you help me understand?
What the fuck? I don't know. Like, look it up. It's like, I don't know. It's like hardcore shit. Like,
Are people like getting hurt or
I guess like gagged or something. Like,
okay, so more like BDSM's type of stuff?
I don't know.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I just don't really give a fuck. Like,
Is there something that we can do together to change the way you feel about coming to therapy?
what do you mean?
Like, is there something we can do to make this more of a positive experience? Because obviously you're coming in here, you don't want to be here, but is there a way that we can make this experience any more positive for you? If that makes sense.
I don't know. I don't think so, really, but I don't really know if it matters. Like, I feel like I'm part of the problem, so I think I just have to get through it, I guess.
So, do you truly believe inside that you are the problem? Because you've heard so many people say that?
What else could it be? Other than, I mean, I think that they're the problem in a way. Like, they're just too sensitive. Like,
Okay. Let me just make sure that I asked all the questions I need to. Okay. Just a few more questions before we end today, okay? How long would you say people have been commenting on your behavior? Like, when did those remarks kind of start?
I guess when I was diagnosed, I guess, because there were so many problems with me, so I just felt like, I don't know, it was just like, everybody was telling me, like, why the fuck are you getting, like, D's, and why the fuck are you getting, these grades, like, it's not good enough, or, like, now I'm getting B's, and that's still not good enough. I feel like it's, like, the fuck, like, I don't know.
And did something specific happen with your geology professor, he said?
I call him an asshole.
Was there something specific that happened that made him refer you here today?
Yeah, I called him an asshole, and I threw, like, my coffee at him.
Okay. Were there other people around? Was it in class? Was it... Like,
Yeah.
what was the situation? Describe it for me.
Well, I was on my computer, and I was just bored, so I got on Tumblr, and I was looking at some porn. And then he was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and then I was like, nothing. Like, I mean, he didn't see what I was doing. He was just like wondering like why I wasn't like paying attention. And he asked me like to do a problem, and then I was like, I don't fucking want to do that. Like, and I was just like, the fuck? Like, he felt like he was just like picking on me. So I called him an asshole, and then I just threw my coffee at him and left.
Why did you throw your coffee at him?
Cause like he's always an asshole. He's just always like picking on me. He gives me like extra assignments every single time I like all the time. Like, and then like sometimes he doesn't even grade my tests, or he says that like that it's not good enough, or like I don't know, whatever. Like, and I'm trying my best, but like I just feel like I don't know. And it's like one of the required courses, so like just like fuck, I'm over it. Like I just want to fucking drop out.
Sounds frustrating.
Yeah.
Have situations like this occurred before?
In other classes? Is that what you're saying?
In other classes and different situations, not necessarily a class.
I hate my parents and my family.
Have you ever thrown things at them, or?
Yeah, I've thrown things. I've like me and my dad have gotten into some like fights. So, yeah.
What do you mean fights? What does that look like?
Like like he'll like will like physically hit each other and like I don't know.
Have the police ever been called over that?
No, like I'll just leave.
Has anyone ever gone to the hospital for any injuries?
No.
Is it always just between you and your dad?
Yeah, like you just get fucking annoyed with all of the fucking criticism. I mean, like whatever, like, and then
What about other situations with your mom, with your sister?
no,
Do you get in verbal altercations with them?
yeah, but whatever, I just leave. I mean, nothing like. I mean, they're just telling me that I'm an asshole, and then I'm just like fucking over it because like they're always criticizing my grades. They're always saying that like this isn't good enough, Daniel. Like, and I'm like, well, fuck, like I'm just over it. Like I don't even want to like be in school anymore because it's never good enough.
It sounds really hard to be in that situation.
Yeah.
So how often do these physical fights with your dad happen?
Like every 2 months or so, like whenever like a semester ends, like he'll like look at my grades and be like, "The fuck, Daniel? Like I thought you were gonna work harder."
And when this happens, what are you feeling in those moments?
I don't want to be home anymore.
Do you feel angry?
Yeah. I feel like stressed out. I just don't want to be home anymore. I just want to be on my own, and I don't want to have to deal with my grandparents. Like, just want my own like space, and I don't want to fucking hear about the perfect one and how successful she is being in Sanford.
Mm-hmm. When you and your dad get into these fights, do you feel at times that you can't control yourself? Like when you get into these fights, like do you feel like it will ever go too far? As in, too far as in someone is going to be rushed to the hospital.
Well, that's why I just leave because I just don't even want to be around because I feel like if he pops off at me, I'm gonna like really like get mad, and I don't want to do that.
Have you ever had thoughts of hurting your dad? Seriously?
What do you mean by seriously?
Like, to cause serious harm, like, serious.
Yeah, but I don't do it. I don't want to. But like whenever we get in those fights, like I feel like it's just like fuck, like leave me alone. Like I really want to hit him. Sometimes I do, but like I don't know. I try not to like hit him too hard, I guess.
And are you hitting him once? Are you hitting him multiple times?
Well,
during the same situation?
sometimes, yeah. Like we'll get into a fight, but that's when I'll just like I'll leave because I don't want to fucking do anything that I'm gonna regret.
When did these fights start happening?
After high school, when I was in community college.
Okay. And you say they happen probably every 2 months. Are you ever concerned about your own safety when you get into these fights?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I'm really concerned about the stuff you've been telling me because I really want to make sure that your safety is a priority.
Well, that's why I leave, like, because I don't even want to see anyone.
Yeah. Okay, well, in our next section, I want to check back in about your physical fights with your dad. Okay? How's that sound?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, Daniel, I feel like I've gotten a pretty good picture of what is going on, and I'd like to continue talking with you if that's okay next time.
Yeah, I want to get. I don't know. I don't want to be stupid anymore.
Well, it's my personal opinion that I don't think you're stupid, and I would really like to work through this this perception of others have on you of having a bad attitude, and so I think we could do that in next sessions. I think we could really make some positive movement and maybe even see some change if you're willing to do that. So let's just commit for another session for next week, and I really think we can make some progress, Daniel, okay? Okay. Well, thank you for coming in today.